I should probably change my titles and shit at some point.
Yeah, 1 year's affliction or destruction? This
Single target DPS, folks.
they're both single target, man.
But which one does the most damage, folks?
I don't know yet.
Probably affliction.
Mostly the corruption gear that's the most damage.
Isn't affliction like best healing as well?
No. Like affliction sucks this way.
Go. I'll play whatever you do. As long as you do DPS, I don't really give a shit.
What?
As long as you top 5 DPS, bruh.
Well, it depends on the corruption.
Get some corruption then, man.
Sometimes I'm number 1, sometimes I'm almost lost. Corruption procs.
Me, I'm going to play it safe. Which master do I actually get for that? 30.81. 2% master actually again. I think I got everything. How much corruption am I at? Probably change that as well. Oh yes, it's not a rest area. You're forgetting. Why am I flying here? Right, time to put my relaxing music on. Okay, give me a second. Just do this. It's not like it's fucking around. Okay. Okay. No, that's not here. Why did you turn that shit in again?
Greetings, sir, and
Wow. We got the haste trinkets from Radha. Oh, that's fucking useless. Just gonna go in the scrapper as well. Just gonna go in the scrapper as well. So, yeah, fuck it. Use to change that. I think just won't fuck off with it. Okay. Fine. Let's get that.
Allee, patatas frites.
Okay. What do you say? Hmm? Hmm?
I'm speaking your language, yo.
Speak my language? You don't speak my language. Excited for another raid night, Bells?
Yay, first night on Shadhar.
Yes. Yeah, glorious. And then I can sleep for like many hours. Oh, I'm so tired. I was helping out this guild yesterday on like heroic Xanax.
Hello. Good evening.
Oh my god, it was like totally horrible.
You were doing aerobic?
Yeah, I was helping somebody out. You know, but didn't work out so well.
Oh.
I blame myself. Should have done better.
Well, I needed to work at an African party, so
An African party.
yeah.
Wow. That must have been weird for you. As a profound racist. And
I'm not a racist.
so the score to beat tonight is 62%. So let's make it happen, boys. Preferably not like 61%, but a little bit lower.
60.
Nah. I'll be happy if we can get it to like 40-ish. I mean, Avery's been working our asses off with the healing quota, so now it's just up to you boys to stop standing and shit. Or there'll
And
be
actually
hell.
do the healing cooldowns.
Yes, that will help as well. Though is that one going who thinks he knows better, right? Well, why is it showing 100% 2 times? Si ought. It's not supposed to do that actually. So target text tags. Why is it showing it like twice? Okay, much better. I think I've come prepared. I could have gotten Vantas runes, but feels like a waste. Actually, I'm gonna get some tea, man. I'm gonna drink something warm. I'll be right back.
Hoi hoi.
Hoi.
Time to go raid channel. What is the team for tonight?
Hello, boys.
Hello, boy.
How are you, Tef?
I'm fine, man. Thanks
Nice
for
to-
asking every raid night, but never ever after. It's like I never hear from you again, man.
Yeah, sorry about that.
See you on the raid nights, and then
Well, I mean, asking
we-
after a raid night when you're...
it's like we're not
Not
friends
in-
anymore, man. You know, it's just,
Of course we are.
I don't hear you on Thursday. I don't, you know, just don't see you on the social runs anymore.
Yeah.
What's a girl to think, man? So what's up?
Nah, nothing much. I'm feeling good about this raid tonight, that we're gonna down the doggo.
Oh dear, it's your first mistake. These expectations. No, it should be fun, man. What's the golden rule of raiding?
Never give up.
Dicks don't touch.
I was gonna say do heroics and Ash with a. That would be rude. And I'm not. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Alright, tea for tonight is good to go. Alright, Barley, I hope you check this out, how we did it last time. Well, his silence reassures me. Yes, Taff, I have watched many hours of your stream when you were focusing on Shadhar and know the ins and outs of the tactic you were discussing that night. I shan't be making any errors today. Also, I got that battle shout to macro. I guess not. Okay, fair enough.
Are we using any weak hours for this, boss?
I think Croggy linked a few. But honestly, I mean, it should be pretty obvious.
Yeah, but I mean, every little bit helps.
Well, if you didn't need them for heroic, I don't think you're gonna need them for mythic.
But you didn't feed the doggy on heroic.
Yes, but you have me telling you when to feed the doggy on heroic. I mean, assuming you don't ignore me, like, you know who.
Have I ever?
Do we need to listen to you?
Oh, it would be nice if you guys would. Kinda defeats the point otherwise. At least I can get in the right. God, I really hope we don't have to clear like every single bit of fucking trash. Track achievements. No. Did it cancel? Yes. No, the big guy's up again. Oh, for fuck's sake. What is the score?
A level 10 mage applicant.
Denied!
Without a note.
I like the
Future
name
raider.
though. Kind of thinking of picking up Classic again. I don't know why.
Because you're bored?
I don't know, I kind of felt like. You know,
Because you're a masochist?
fair point.
Like to abuse yourself?
True. Just something about, making like a thing, road to 60, and then just giving up at like 17. Kinda, I don't know. If you pass this guy. One man combat, man.
Don't ask me.
It's like so gay. Pass.
Evening.
Okay.
Yo,
Whee! Okay, well, lesson learned. It doesn't work.
Be right back.
Okay. Oh yeah, forgot to upload. Forgot to update my add-ons. Statistics
Oh
speak
my
over there.
god.
I mean, I don't know, right? Playing a game where you have to like update your add-ons every 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's see what add-ons have in store for us today.
Isn't
Another
there
big-
like an add-on to update everything automatically?
Tef,
Yeah.
you should ask a warlock to set up a portal here and just over to the side, and we can just.
Do you see a warlock here?
Well, we have foobs, so. Just
I
saying.
could shroud as well, I guess.
I'm not on the warlock, man.
What was I doing again?
He's on a demonic mage.
I see Loot Castle has add-on. Add-on update. There you go.
Well, isn't that demonic mage another word for warlock?
Yes.
You can use the gate now.
In the
mage.
dictionary.
What happened to Sigurd, by the way?
Oh, he's focusing on real life stuff. He ain't got no time to rate no more.
Real life.
Alright. It's a good thing Foobs spent all his time on him. Really paid off. So, who are we missing? Harry, Cass. What else? Harry, Cass.
Wooly, I think.
Oh yeah, Wooly.
Yeah.
Who else? So Cass, Harry, oh yeah, Darren. Oh, there it is.
Gonna get out now.
my very best to stay calm tonight, boys. So stick to your mechanics, please.
North, get out.
This dumb. Let me finish my cast and die. Just grab one pill, just for emergencies.
Oops, you here?
I guess not.
The wall of politics up already.
Is Brian coming?
Nope. So don't worry, guys. We have a relaxed evening of reading.
Wow, that's a first.
Nah, I'm pretty relaxed.
I know you are.
Back on my medication, no more rages. Unless I see
Nadia?
you guys standing and stuff, then I will call you out like usual. That's just the way it is. I just hope. Wow, we have to clear all this trash all over again. That's just brutal now.
Yup.
Oh well. More BOEs for everybody.
What BOEs?
What
I
is
got-
a BOE?
I had 3 rings already from this raid. I was very pleased.
Oh, nice. You
Not
sold
one
them?
ring. Not two.
I had
Oh.
like nothing.
I'll be right back.
Oh,
Oh, wait, I'm tanking it. What?
Yeah, you're a new tank now.
Yeah,
Come on, buddy. Shield time.
I didn't die yet.
Don't fucking release when we wipe, thank you. This ad was made possible by Foop, so Stone Surface. Have a nice day.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot. I only did Nuzolf this week. That's why I'm getting corrupted mementos.
And now you save from Mythic, so rip.
Yeah, well, there's not many things I need from the other bosses.
Ow. My butthole. Gotta say though, the range on these things. God damn. Get it quickly! Good job.
And who's gonna fly down tonight?
It's good. Has anybody actually tested if like the Shadhar pull works the same way as the Orgosola one? Yeah, I remember like the DK jumped down and then the entire raid gets ported.
I
Oh,
don't
science!
think there's anything here. They fixed that because they know it from over.
Blizzard just doesn't want us to have any fun. I don't know. I'll take the other one. Ah, fuck, we could have skipped this. Ah. Oh. BOEs, I guess.
Oh,
Stun my item. Stun good.
Two ads in the back.
yep, some assassins.
Bring them to the us.
Booming.
Bring us the good stuff.
They pulled, I think.
No.
Nope.
Wow, we just skipped 2 ads. Sweet.
We are so
Progress.
pro.
Good job for the eye foops. get ready to kill the eye. Kill it. Go, 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 go. Watch out with the Sangrimar. Big boy.
We got dagger on one of the back ones.
What the...
Wait, how did we
Spiky
manage
tag.
to do that? How?
I don't know why it got aggro.
Maybe it's lonely. Yes. More chance to get BOEs.
We got snakes in
Oh no.
Watch out behind you, the other.
I do need the hands, but like, yeah. How big is that?
I did first spell again.
No, I didn't. I got pushed back together with a couple more people. Lucy can confirm.
Did you both pull? Ah, okay.
Lovely world of killing trash.
Yep.
You tried the thinking magic that we tried last time. So you pull it from like over here.
Do you want to try to skip?
Too late.
No?
Oh,
I got the back ones.
oh my god, Lit, I hate you so much.
I'll do so myself.
God. I know you want BOEs, man, but come on.
I don't even think about them. Don't have so much left.
Should make like ninja pull taxes and stuff. Every time somebody ninja pulls, ching.
Maybe if
so-
actually everybody would be here, we could clear it faster and fun and longer time.
True.
Yo,
It almost
if you will-
sounds- What?
going bot?
Yes,
No, no.
we already killed it.
Oh, good job. If you're gonna need me, just type me on Discord.
If you need what?
If you're gonna need me.
Oh, just watch twitch.tv TheRealTephy and you know say information.
Yeah. Good one, good one. Good luck, guys.
If you want the spotting right, please subscribe to the real test.
Yes, Radiant Vines only for subscribers.
But only
I'm already-
subscribers with at least a year of resubscribing are
Or-
considered to be like.
Or I can do that douchey shit that they do on Twitch. If you like my UI, subscribe and you can get my UI.
To be honest, on some of those
So I
custom
made it myself,
UI, they're working hard and that's a lot of time put in it, so I understand that.
I should block like everything on my screen, like the text windows, the raid thingies, and like you just like unlock it. That's actually not a bad idea, huh?
See, you're giving us those food flasks, etc. called weak auras, and you could sell them to us.
Yeah, it's a flask for followers only. How douchey would that be?
Real douchey.
Yes.
Welcome in the world. Open. They do.
All's fair in, you know.
Love and war.
Why did I pop a feast, man? I shouldn't have done that. It's just gonna be a waste.
All is fair in love and Warcraft.
Here's the most fun part of the raid, where I get to explain everything, and you guys get to pretend you're listening while you're watching whatever the fuck you watch on your other screen.
Time to go on Facebook.
So take a break, go to the toilet while I explain mechanics to pretty much just myself. And yeah, for my subscribers are the flasks. Enjoy, guys. Thanks for supporting me on Twitch. I don't remember having this many subscribers on Twitch. It's funny. Alright.
Oh wait, that wasn't just the follow button?
No. Just make sure everybody's here. I'm gonna do my best to explain it with the markers, and we'll just see how that goes. So if you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, just say something in raid chat or on Discord, and then we can explain it instead of wiping like 7 times to it because you don't know what the hell you're supposed to do. Alright. So behind the boss you'll see a red marker. So the miasma, which is like the little blob that chases you. Okay, I'm just going to the toilet, but I think he knows what he needs to do anyways. So in phase 1 and 2, whenever a miasma is following you, you will take it to the red marker and just let it soak you, just let it touch you. There's an extra mechanic on Mythic that it leaves a little blob behind. When I tell you it's your turn to feed the boss, that one needs to be picked up and fed to the boss. So you basically just walk over it and walk to the boss, and that's pretty much it. Now whenever you do that you get a debuff which makes it so you can't pick it up again for another 3 minutes. So that's where the team that I'm about to say comes into play. Oh, I need everybody here. Should be fine. Okay. Go somewhere around here. Okay. So like I said, miasmas in phase 1 and 2, we want those on red. And in phase 3, we want them on blue. And phase 3 is where we'll stack on green, like we do on heroic, pretty much. Okay. Now, the important part is the positioning. So the boss will always be in the middle for phase 1 and 2. And in phase 3 the boss will be slightly in front of... I'm going to turn the music off because it's actually distracting me a little bit. Okay. So this is the positioning where the boss is going to be. On skull in phase 1 and 2 and on green in phase 3. Okay. So in phase 1 and 2 what you guys need to keep in mind enough is that since we're using red for the miasma, that means we kinda have to have a portion of the room cut off from the entire raid. So as you know, the boss will always be on skull, which means in phase 1 you kinda wanna leave this portion clear of people. Does that make any sense?
Yes.
So the markers that I'm putting down now around the boss, well, around the room, those are a no-go. The only person that should go beyond those markers are the people that have the miasma in phase 1 and 2. and then you'll go to red and immediately go back. And what you also have to do when you soak the miasma, when you kite it, if you have the debuff, and let me just link that to you guys. Okay. If you have this on you, you will most likely go out of range of healers. So use the defensive cooldowns or use your health pots or your warlock stones or whatever, just so you don't die before you get back to the raid. So, okay. So I'm gonna put the markers away. So everybody knows which portion of the room you're not supposed to go into unless you have the miasma. Yeah? Okay. So, as I said, the boss will be on skull. It's really important that the melees split up on the two sides of the bosses. The reason why is that so one side of the boss doesn't have all that cake shit underneath them, so it's kind of like even. I'll let you guys sort that out before I, step in. And the range, basically, you want to stay spread around the entire room that you have here. It doesn't really matter. You want to stay spread as much as possible. Around, 4 to 6 yards, so slash range 6 yards. Any questions so far before my throat gets dry?
I need to see it first a few tries, I think.
The most important part is basically everything is the same as heroic. The only thing that you need to know is that if you have a miasma on you in phase 1 and 2, so that's when the boss is above 33%, it needs to be exactly on red when you soak it. Now there is a warlock portal, but you have to keep in mind that if the ad is between, the miasma is between, the blob thingy is between the warlock portal, so you'll instantly touch it and deal extra damage on the raid, so you have to keep that in mind. You cannot move when it's fixated on you, that's why we have the dispel rotation. Musi will leave Nef to get you out, so yeah, you have to pay attention for that. And then in phase 3, when the boss is below 33%, like the same as on heroic, the raid stacks on green, but instead of taking the miasma to red, it's really important that you take it to blue instead. And that's basically it, and the rest is just the same as heroic. It's just gonna be more frequent. The shit on the floor is gonna happen more frequently, so you'll have to move more frequently. So fuck all that, let me finish my elemental bolt or whatever the fuck. Just move. Same with the healers, just stop casting and just move the fuck out of it, because it will one-shot you. Same thing with the breath. It's a cone, so the closer you are to the boss, the smaller the cone will be. The range will have to deal with that since the cone is larger, so you will have to move more just to be safe, so you don't get hit by that. Because again, it deals a shit ton of damage. And that's pretty much it, actually. Also, we need some communication here. So, for example, if I'm just gonna say a name, Bake gets miasma on him, but he's not supposed to feed the boss, that's fine. But if Bake has to feed the boss, but he can't because he has the debuff, then we need to call it out. So basically how we're gonna do that is, you see your UI, right? Like you see 1080p, Ditto Run, Mercenary, Latex, Kroggy, Bells. You guys see the same order as me, right?
I do.
Okay. So basically, the guy who's underneath you will pick up. So if Bake can't do it, Morphite will take over. If Morphite can't do it, DRN will take over. If DRN can't do it, Cass will take over. And we'll just keep doing that for the entire fight. And if that doesn't work, then we'll have like a set order of people, but yeah. If the RNG doesn't work and those 3 people get it, then we're pretty much fucked anyways. For now, just focus on DPSing. And you don't want to pop any cooldowns that's longer than 2 minutes.
You mean staying alive?
Staying alive is phase 1 pretty much. So you want to spread in the portions that I gave you guys permission to. And dodge shit. First fixate. Some bells. Move to red. Dispel them. pick up the thingy on the floor bells and come to the boss and feed him.
What's next to you now, the ball?
Going back. I think somebody fucked up with his miasma.
No, he died before he got to the boss.
Okay.
Yeah, that was me. I don't know why I died, but I got one-shotted somehow.
Should I jump in to get the next one and feed him if that happens?
Fuck.
Oh, did he get it twice in a row?
No, the one after that was spawn as well, but I was hesitating to get it. But then I saw his debuff, and I was like, I need to do it. And then
And what was his name?
Hmm? Balia.
Yeah, but what are you talking about? Like,
The second miasma spawned,
no,
and he had
you,
the
you only
debuff.
feed it when I tell you to on Discord. Otherwise, you just ignore it. You don't feed it every single time because the debuff lasts 3 minutes, and if we just feed it every time, the entire raid is gonna have the debuff.
No, but I mean he had the uncontrollable ravage, whatever.
That means that Bells fucked it up.
Yeah, but like
Just,
if I
can I say something instead of you? Because it's about me. You feed a boss by just walking to the boss, right?
Okay, so this first thing that you fucked up, and I just realized that the marker is not there anymore. So that's not your fault. You need to be exactly on cross. The reason why is because it does less damage the further away it is from people, and cross is like exactly as far away from the max distance that it lowers the damage to. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Because if you guys remember, I told you that the boss will always be on skull, and then this portion of the room that I've just marked, that is a no-no. That's where nobody will go. So basically, all this over here that I'm walking into, people should be spreading 8 yards-ish. So you have plenty of room. So in Belz's case, you go to red, right?
Yeah.
You let the miasma soak. You'll see the little blob that spawns right next to it, right?
Yeah.
You just
I had
walk over that, and then you just walk over the boss. Basically, you just walk through the boss, and then you'll feed the boss and you'll lose his stacks. And then you just go back to where you were before, and just rinse repeat for everybody else.
Okay, just a clarification. I exactly did that and died before I could reach the boss.
Then you need to pop a defensive. Then you probably have to spit on you.
Yeah, that can be.
Like it's really important that you keep a track on if you have the debuff on you, because you'll be out of range of heals, and by the time you get back, picking up the thingy itself deals damage as well. So it's best that you just use a personal every time you do the miasma, and you have to feed.
Okay, we said that the same person cannot feed the boss twice, and the one below him on the groups should do it. How that works on groups, for example, does Barlia do it for Kassan, or does...
No, Bardia does it for Musi. That's the way I see it. Or is your UI not the same as mine? Basically, press O and then you'll see it. So if 1080 gets it, Ditto does it, Ditto, Mercenaire, Leta, Groggy, Bells, Mooley, Nerd, Neff, Arya, Musi, Barlia, Bake, Morph, DRN, that way.
Alright, so then you do it for Synthetica, right? If that happens.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
But that also means you guys need to communicate when you're doing it. So if Barlia has it, don't say it when you already soaked it. Say it before you're already moving over there, so that Bakery can get ready and pick it up real quick and feed the dog. And by moving, I mean don't move with him, because otherwise Bakery is going to take the 300k to the face as well. He just needs to get over there. 5 seconds later, pick it up, feed the dog, and then you're good. So you do have to communicate. If you don't have a microphone, make a weak aura. / yell, blah 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 blah, can't soak. Next guy does it. Or they don't use a fucking weak aura, whatever. Alright. So in phase 1 what you want to do is 2 minutes pre-pots and then just save everything else for phase 2. That's where we need the damage. So whoever soaks the first miasma will always feed the dog. So wherever it is, you're on soak duty. Shit, yeah, that was my bad. Don't suck it. Don't put the dog. You're not supposed to pick it up, dude. Alright, this guy feeds the dog. Whoever did it just now. Really, you're not feeding. Just take it away.
Was that too close?
No.
Okay, we're gonna have to do it a little bit differently. Are you guys popping it on the marker, by the way?
I saw most of them doing it on the mark.
Okay.
One was a bit off, but that's about it. The last one.
Do you ever heal up? Yeah, we're gonna have to change the thing a little bit. The tanks are taking way too much fucking damage.
We should be turned the other way around.
Yeah,
Closer.
I know. The reason I'm doing it like this is so I can keep an eye on what people are doing.
Is there a way to make him do his breath towards either triangle or square, because he's literally going around doing it in the raid and a lot of people I think are getting hit by that?
It's random. It's on a random person. That's why I told you to spread out more around the room. So not the because if you guys keep stacking like behind the boss, like the breath will always be towards you. So you want to spread around the room that I just literally told you twice already is a no zone. And what the yes zone is where you can pretty much spread out. And then healers will just need to position themselves in certain parts of the room so that they're, there's always somebody in range. So, and it's really important that you do it the way I tell you to, because in phase 2 he'll immediately do the breath. You won't have time to move. So if you're all just standing 7 people over here because you're not listening, all 7 of you guys are gonna get absolutely no heals for a couple of seconds. So you really want to utilize as much of the room as you can. So I'm just gonna have to pop the markers again just so people know. I'm gonna take these away, but let's just pretend, baby steps and shit. Fucking hell, that's a lot of markers. There we go. So basically, that's where you're all allowed to be. Actually, make it a little bit smaller. So remember, melee to the sides of the boss.
1.
Let's start spreading. There's lots of room. Remember to feed him. I'm just gonna guess that he has spit on him as well.
Nope.
I think I fucked it up. My bad. Let's just fight this. Why are we losing so many people to him? Harry?
Some people from the AoE.
Sorry,
The thing that also.
Are you a healer? Is your name
Wow,
Ari?
Ari is a man now, okay.
I'm not asking your opinion, I'm asking her opinion.
I've got a rest and release. Sorry, I'm not playing great tonight because I've got a migraine. People are still getting hit by the Umbral Eruption, which does 265k damage if you get hit by it. It's nothing, you know. And I got accidentally hit by that when I was trying to run out of it. And then I got the spit on me, so then I basically just died.
And what
And I
killed
noticed...
what killed Seal then? Was it just he stood in shit or?
Only dots.
Yeah, it's probably the debilitating spit.
No, I didn't have that on me. Only dots.
Okay.
3 dots from environmental and 1 slimy residue dots. And miasma explosion.
Because I don't want to use too many healing cooldowns on the first phase. The trouble is with Umbral Eruption, it gets more and more and more frequent as we progress the fight. So if we can't manage phase 1, we're not going to manage phase 2. And if we can't do phase 2, we sure as hell can't do phase 3. So we need to be really good on that. Because you see, if you probably can't see AA, but every miasma we have, which is when the addict explodes basically, and those void eruptions are like almost every 25 seconds or something. They get more and more and more. So you've got to avoid that, and then when the ad explodes, we take damage too. So, yeah. I think maybe as well we were a bit too stacked after he did the breath as well, and then he had another lot of Umbral Eruptions coming, and there wasn't really much space for some people to move because it was all clumped in a big section, and if you're stuck in the middle of that, it's hard to get.
Yeah, and that's why I wanted to tank to face the other one, because just
We can move it more to this side.
Yeah, I mean, I track the spit with grid. It does get quite hard, that does, because when it jumps to one person, then from one person it goes to 4 people, so then 4 people have it.
yeah, but it'll deal less damage than the first one. Also,
Yeah,
the DPS needs to be higher.
Yeah, it's that 1 damage spread over 4 people.
And DPS is really low as well. I mean, last time we did it, we got him like 10% lower, so. Time to get your numbers up, boys. Just pop everything you got on pull. DPS wise, all your cooldowns and your pre-pots, pop everything. And they just nuke the shit out of the boss, but stay alive.
Do 20-second pull timer again.
Like, we really need the entire raid alive so that we can do the push in phase 2, or we bloodlust. So it's really important that you focus on what you're supposed to do, which is staying alive, kiting, and feeding the dog when you need to.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Missile go. Remember to feed him. Trap him. feet. Beat the dog afterwards.
I got slowed in that corruption.
Don't feed. Yeah, alright, come over as a healer. What the hell is going wrong? People just standing in shit constantly. Can you come over as a healer?
Oh, he did,
Just,
but
just
I did, but I took it because I thought you wanted me to.
Alright, use an ank then.
Yeah, I can use ink.
Protect my corruption.
I need to know what people are dying from, so same party chat what killed you. Check your combat logs and tell me what killed you. Because if you guys are not gonna tell us, we're gonna be here all fucking night. So either it's the spit, and you're not getting healed, or you're standing in shit. Okay, so Umber Mantle is pretty much standing in shit. It's the real boost. Yeah. It's gonna be a really, really shitty fight. If your corruption is gonna slow you constantly.
I have a question. Why 2 beacons on TEF and 0 on Detorium?
Wow, 2 beacons on me. Spit next.
Yeah, I'm considering asking just because last week I was, last time we were here, I was at 65% of healing down to myself also, and I'm still at 65%. Ari is a raid healer, but not having a beacon on one tank, on both tanks when we have 2 paladins, 1 each, is just idiotic.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't even stack anyways.
Yeah, it actually does.
Oh, it does stack.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, honestly, like, Ditto is probably gonna take the most damage, so you might as well just pop them both on them, to be honest.
I would like to see at least 1 healer above 1 million on me, and when I'm almost
put
4
more.
millions, 10% into the fight.
Alright, have Wooly put his one on me and Neff put it on Ditto.
No, it's the other way around already.
Oh, okay, well, with it doesn't really matter. So what we're dying from is basically just personal errors, right? Just people fucking up.
Well, I couldn't help fuck up if I'm slowed and I can't do anything about it and I can't get out the emblem. So I've taken it off.
Okay. Let's try doing something. Pop everything you got and Bloodlust and Pull. It's gonna suck for you healers, so I hope you have really good healing cooldowns for phase 2 and phase 3.
We do. That's where all the healing cooldowns are.
Okay. So what I want you guys to do now is you pre-pot, you pop all the DPS cooldowns you have, you Bloodlust and Pull, you nuke the shit on the boss, you pay attention to staying alive. Fuck that last cast, I don't give a shit. Stay alive, do the miasmas. And in phase 2, you'll pretty much won't have to move until you see the little shit on the floor that you need to soak, and obviously we still need to do the miasmas. And then in phase 2, that's when you use your cooldowns again. So let's see if we can make phase 1 last a little bit longer, because it seems we have a lot of people that have problems avoiding shit.
Just to clarify, miasmas in phase 2 are the blue marker, right?
No. As I said before, red marker is for 1 and 2, blue is for when we're on green. So pop everything you got
4,
and focus on staying alive.
1.
It's not a DPS race. We need you boys alive for the entire fight. I want to move him back a little bit, just so he's square in the middle. I know he doesn't like to move, it's a cunt. Feed doggy. Watch out for the breath. Do not feed, so don't pick it up. Dodge. Get the miasma, don't feed the dog. Use personals if you have to. Okay, good. Dodge. Okay, that's bad. Get her up after this. Yeah, I'm sorry, Dino. So good. Feed him. Are just so good. Snoopy balls. Good. Little. All you gotta do now is spread out more and dodge that shit on the floor. Soak that shit on the floor. Still do the miasmas like normal. I don't see a dispel. I soak miasma and feed the dog. Where the fuck are you going, man? I feed the doggy quickly. Alright, good. You need to spread out more so less people get hit by the breath. Okay, this.
Sound well. The
problem doing it like this is that the mantle debuff that we get is gonna get much higher by the time we reach him to 33%. I don't know how many stacks we have. Keep going, keep going. Okay, body has 6 stacks. Yeah, that's way too much. Okay. So the idea now is that we keep practicing phase 1 and we don't lose anybody. Like literally for the first 2 minutes, your goal is to DPS as much as you can without taking any risks. So you zerg in the beginning as much as you can and you stay alive. If we can transition at around, let's say 2.5, all your DPS cooldowns should be back up. And then you just bloodlust and nuke the shit out of the boss. Now that thing you saw on the floor with the bubble, like the orb, that needs to be soaked. So don't wait for the other guy to do it. Do it yourself. You just gotta keep in mind, if you have a spit on you and you do the soak, you'll need a personal. So ice block, whatever the fuck you got, the big shit, you're gonna need it. But that crap needs to be soaked. You just cannot ignore it. And obviously, if the last thing we had like 3 behind the boss, and the miasma was being soaked. Let the guy do the miasma first, and then get your ass over there and soak it quickly, or let the tanks do it. But that's pretty much it. Like the first phase is by far the hardest because you know you need to move a lot, but like phase 2 it kind of calls down a bit, but then you know the healers need to pick up their shit, and in phase 3 it's basically a mix of the two. So just focus on staying alive. It's like DPS is not really that important in the first phase, to be honest. Well, it is, but no, staying alive is more important. I'd rather you do 5k less DPS and stay alive the entire fight than do 5k DPS and, you know, die like instantly to some stupid shit. So, if you need to take corruption gear off that makes you do 5% less damage, then you probably want to do it. Right, save the bloodlust, don't pop it anymore. Just focus on staying alive. And then when phase 2 starts, pop everything you got with bloodlust and your second pre-pot.
1.
Watch the floor. At all times, watch the floor. Right. Spit is on 1-8. Beat the doggy. Watch the breath. Top shit. Get everybody up. Second fixate. You're just soaking. You're not feeding. Dot shit. Alright, you're feeding the doggy, whoever's doing the nice one. Watch breath. Feed doggy quickly. Alright, doing fine, just keep focusing. Soak it, but don't feed him. Dodge it. Dodge breath. Alright, mercenary. Soak and feed dog. Get late up.
Bake.
Dash breath. We're almost there. Keep going. Soak and feed the dog. Feed the doggy. Bloodlust. All DPS cooldowns. Second pre-pot as well.
I need freedom. Go proggy. Freedom.
To focus on your freedoms, boys. Spit in
just
my
do
mouth. Try to feed the doggy.
Didn't pick it up.
Suck the shit on the floor.
It's all there. Fix that on DRA. Freedom.
You're not feeding the dog. Next fixate, you're feeding. Suck shit on the floor. Guardia, you're feeding the dog quickly.
please.
Oh, that's too bad. Should have been done a little bit quicker. Alright, not a bad try, but just room for improvement. Still see people dying to stupid shit. I think Quell died to Mantle again.
No, I died to my ass.
Okay.
Do you want me to run back? I'll run back.
Always keep in
Okay.
mind, guys, personals, health potions, warlock stones, defensive cooldowns. Use them if you need them. If you're kiting the miasma, you should be at 100% before you soak it. If you're not, yeah, just pop a defensive. If you're at like 20% HP after you soak, use a health pot or stone, whatever. Like if you don't have the spit and you just soak the miasma, as long as you get back to the healers and the healers prioritize getting you up real quickly, you should be fine. You just gotta make sure that when you go back to the team, you don't run over shit on the floor, you don't get clipped by the breath, and whatever. And then you should be fine. Like we got it to 43.7, so that's pretty good. That's like 10% more, and then we should have been in phase 2. And that's what like half the DPS did. So just more focus in phase 1. Make sure when people are kiting miasma, they're topped up. Put some hearts on them if you can. Well, we don't really have Rex here, but just hot them up as much as you can, and the rest is just your personal, man. Like if you're at like 80-70%, use a personal defensive. If you're at 20, use a health pot to get your ass back to the rates. Healers, prioritize on those people. Keep dodging shit, phase 2, soak the shit on the floor, don't fuck up the miasmas. And that's it, and then on phase 3 we basically just stack on green, and we just got the boss around the room, and we just pray to God we can kill him before he kills us, pretty much. Right. And since this is a DPS race, you guys might want to eat up. So, get your food. A nice little shout would help as well. There we go. Because we need to squeeze as much DPS as we can out of this. So as you can see, it's not a hard fight. It's just 2 minutes of I need to DPS and stay alive. Then it's just DPSing and soak once in a while, and then the last phase is pretty much DPSing and hope to God the healers don't run out of mana too fast. Otherwise we're fucked. But looking at the healing meters, we seem to be fine. Alright, so bit more focus. Remember, you got health stones, you got health pots, you should be fine.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spit on Crow. Like that. You're feeding the dog. Watch out for breath. Feed doggy. Dodge shit. Do not feed doggy. And Wussy, you're feeding the dog. About shit, boys. save the cooldowns for phase 2, they pop back up. We don't need them now. Just so. Oh shit. Sorry about that. I fucked up. Come on, with me.
Use a ready warlock portal and unfeared now.
And somebody fucked up their mass, man. Come on, where's the healer? Yeah, my bad. I told it too soon. Just come on, where's the healer? You're wasting time. Just
We can't.
Come on, man. 3 minutes.
Oh,
I
back
think
again.
I got us
It's
souls
okay.
down. I got us souls down.
Okay.
Yeah, it's my bad. I don't know what killed Mercenary, but I told it too soon. I shouldn't have told it at all, actually. What did we do on the DPS side? 2 minutes. So yeah, 2 minutes and a half ish. We'll transition into phase 2. So you can pop everything that's 2 minutes and a half. So all the DPS cooldowns you have that are 2.5 minutes, you pop them on pool. Everything else you save for phase 2, because that's the phase where we'll need to burn the shit out of him like super quickly. Alright, here's your feast. There you go. Also, can you pop Warlock Stones again, please? When I check the logs after the raid, I want to make sure that everybody's using these. I don't want to see any logs where people are at 20% and don't pop one of these. Because that's just
By the
fucking
way, if when we progressing bows and stuff, didn't we use Ventus rune?
Say what?
Mantis runes.
Nah, that's no point.
This like our last day of the riding, are progressing.
There's no point. Mantis Rune's not gonna save you from standing and shit. You did fine. Like the pull before this, we were fine. It's just.
I'm not saying that we need Ventus runes to survive do this boss. I'm saying that you just
And
said
I'm telling
that it's
you,
DPS race, then
no.
we need Ventus.
And I'm telling you
maybe
no.
not need. We
So
could use
you
them.
can keep arguing with me after I told you no. We don't need them. We need people to learn the fight.
We have the DPS, we just need people to dodge enough stuff.
You
so
have
we survive.
DPS. I mean, you can keep questioning me as much as you want, man, but what do you think I've been doing the last 2 days checking the logs? We have the DPS to do this.
Yeah,
we
but
have
Ventus
it.
runes doesn't
Yes,
help
the
only
fantasy
with
man.
DPS.
Seriously,
It
if he says
also helps with HPS.
I don't give a fuck. It doesn't. It's not gonna help you. We can kill this boss if you just do as I ask you to. Stay alive in phase 2. In phase 1, burn the shit out of him in phase 2, which we can already do. We have the DPS. In phase 3, just DPS, do the miasma correctly, and pray that the healers can keep you alive. Like everybody pretends like like these Ventus runes are like a miracle. They're not. Just focus on staying alive. We should be good.
1.
Mercenary go. Remember to feed. Touch breath. Touch it on floor. Gas go. Don't feed dog. Right. Guy was soaking, you're feeding the doggy. Feed doggy.
I did.
Do not feed.
I got killed by the one shot.
Somebody not kiting, and you just killed the entire race.
No, that. I've got a res.
You could have run into him.
Yes,
Just
wipe it.
fiercely, you was there.
Who's the guy who didn't move with the miasma? Was that you, Foops, or?
I got the fixate, but I also had the fear, so there was nowhere to go.
You didn't move out of the breath. Okay.
Well, I could have run into the fixate, or run into the breath, but I didn't have any way to go.
Okay, no. What killed you, Abby?
I got one shot when the ad hit me. I guess that's because I'm a cloffy. I don't know.
Yeah, clothies need a cooldown for it. If they.
My personal is useless.
It's 368,000. You should have survived that.
Yeah, but I was a little bit low on health and I was healing myself. And yeah, and then I
Then
just...
other healers need to help you out, like I've been saying. Top up the people with the miasma. Even if it's a healer, don't just make her do it by herself. Make sure you focus on topping her up. It's a team game, man. Don't just, help each other out.
I get
There you go. Am I taking a lot of damage, by the way? I feel like I should change.
Why do you stay in the circle TEF all the time, which spawns from the corruption?
Because what else am I gonna do? Move the boss?
It kinda killed you a few pulls ago.
Yeah, shit happens.
Okay.
I mean, I'm as low on corruption as I can be, man.
Yeah, it's okay.
I don't want to be a dick barley, but come on, dude.
What?
Cry.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Musi, you need to eat as well. There you go. Good go. So, stay focused, boys. Heal the miasmas up if they kite. Just range speed, everything I've already said. Do phase 1 correctly.
5,
Don't forget your
4,
beacons, guys.
3, 2, 1.
Doggy. Touch breath. Free doggy. We didn't feed the dog. Okay, good. Feed doggy. Okay, no. It's the next guy that's do it. Okay. Next guy, do doggy. Alright, mark it again.
I put souls down.
Guys, can you just focus for 2 minutes? I mean, it's not that much to ask, is it? Just don't stack on each other. Stay spread. Even if you dodge the breath, go back. Spread out again.
I died of spit.
We're fine on DPS. Everything's fine. You just gotta do the mechanics. DRM food and another shout. Keep in mind, guys, the shit on the floor does not spawn right underneath your character. It spawns near you. So, hence the reason why you want to spread out more than you normally should, which is like 5 yards or 6 yards or whatever. Because if you're all clumped up in the same little area and you're unlucky, the entire area is going to be caked with shit, and then good luck getting the fuck out of there if your corruption slows you at that time. I mean, look how much room you have. You literally have like 5-6 other rooms where you can spread out in, so it's more than enough room. Especially since the melees should actually be on the left and the right side of the skull, split evenly, which gives the range even more room to move. So just keep dodging shit, focus on the split guys, focus on the miasma guys. Just focus for a couple of minutes. It's not that long of a fight.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spit on Ari. Feed the dog. Jump the breath. Man, I'm sorry. Come on. Focus, boys. Feed the doggy. I'm actually surprised to stay alive so well. Beat the dog.
DRN.
Guys, you're staying in portions of the room you're not supposed to be in. I wipe it.
I've got soulstone again.
Free cookie.
4 people dead before we even get into phase 2 is just completely unacceptable, boys. You're just gonna have to try harder.
Yeah.
It's not an excuse. We need everybody alive till phase 3. And even then, we don't want to start losing people until a couple of seconds into that. Like, anything else is just plainly unacceptable. So whatever killed you, don't let it kill you again. I mean, you're all mythic raiders. You should all have abyssal healing potions in your bags. You should all have health stones in your bags. So you should have more than enough survival. I mean, 160k heal, 25% heal. I mean, you can go hardcore and get the coastal rejuvenations. It's another 40k. So don't just depend on the healers. Do your own shit. Everybody got personal defenses. So use them. Right, DRN, eat your food. Bells, you need a flask? Is it time for me to pop the flask again?
Oh, no, I got one.
Yeah.
Is it time? So like, still 2 people with like 1 hour remaining.
Yeah, alchemist, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright. Just focus, boys. Don't panic too much. Just do your deeps. Try and stay alive. Use your personals. You shouldn't need them in phase 2. So you should be fine.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spirit is almost in. Free doggy. Oh. Where is it? Stop tunnel vision your DPS and your rotation, man. Actually watch the floor, please. Yeah, fucked up now. Sorry, dude. Don't know why I bothered explaining that to later. Alright, wipe again. Okay. What killed you, Qual?
The speed.
What's the issue with people saying the spit all the time? We have 5 heroes.
I actually got hit after the outburst directly, so that was about 250k.
Yeah, he was already low and then he got hit by spit.
Right.
I don't know, we shouldn't really be taking that much damage from the slurry outburst because the further away we are from it, the less damage we're supposed to take. But the raid seems to take tons of damage.
You need to. I think you should start assigning somebody to do the spits. Like literally just spam heal the shit out of them.
I am
Getting a drink
spam
real quick.
Because if we're gonna keep getting this every time people die into spits, then I mean, what do you want to do? 6 heal it?
No, I mean you get overlaps and stuff like that, and sometimes if you're running and if we're moving, like I'm not that mobile
Then our
to move and heal.
cooldowns.
I mean, I'm using my cooldowns now because I said we're taking tons of damage from the slurry outburst. I just have to hope they're off by the time I've assigned them to myself and faced.
If we can move it a bit towards this side. We're standing basically on the marker as a tank.
Yeah, that's so that we don't get hit by the shit. So, wait, what are you saying? You don't want the buzz on skull or what?
I want it closer here. Where I am, basically where I am now. The fixate will always come from skull side, so on the cross side. And basically some people are dropping it in the back of us too.
Yeah, but that's fine. Like,
and the closer they are to that one, the more damage the entire raid are taking.
Yes, but you honestly expect that 250k hit that he takes is magically gonna become like 150k tick? It's still gonna. It's a healing intensive fight, man. Like everybody just needs to be topped up before the miasmas. There's just no other way to go around it. Like I know what you mean. You want me to put the marker over here, and then you want me to tell everybody, oh, sorry, the room is gonna get smaller. You can only be in this side of the room. And yeah, it sounds like it's a good idea on paper, but you're gonna get the range clumped up. I mean, we can try, but then the range is just are really gonna have to be on points moving out.
The reason why I said it is because the farther away you are from it, the less damage you take.
I know, but there's a maximum of ranged that you take the damage from. It's not, oh, let me just roll over here and I won't take any damage at all. It has a maximum range where the damage won't split, which is pretty much the markers that I put down for you guys. It doesn't have an unlimited range, if you know what I mean. Like, it will deal a flat amount of damage based on the maximum range that it's supposed to be in. The only problem is the guy with the miasmas, the guy with the spits, need to be focused. I don't think it's the guy. Is it the guy who has the first spit or the guy who gets the second spit?
Do you mean in what way?
Okay, so the miasma deals damage, right?
The miasma, basically, it's not miasma, it's slurry outburst. Basically, the outburst
whatever.
is.
We can argue whatever the fuck it's called. It's the miasma doing it.
Yes,
So,
when the ad reaches his target, then he does raid-wide damage.
Just please, I don't want to be mean to you. I just want to get this conversation over with as fast as possible. So keep it short. So the miasma deals the raid damage, right?
Yes.
Okay. So between those miasmas, the healers have more than enough time to heal that damage up, right?
Not necessarily.
Okay,
because
so
we're not using cooldowns at that point.
do you need to use cooldowns?
Yeah, I've been using my cooldowns at that point.
Let me reiterate. So you have a thing called Slurry Outburst that does 370k based on further we are, so we take like 200, 250k depending on versatility and whatever the fuck. And that happens every 25 seconds, right?
Yes.
Is that healable without popping like insane cooldowns?
Well, not
Meaning, should we not be using the cooldowns for the spit? Because the spit seems to be doing the most damage.
We are.
then I don't know why people are dying.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I've watched lots of videos on different fights, and the damage outgoing on those fights is considerably less than what we seem to take at those points.
And what's the
And
difference?
then the damage, I don't know. And then the damage that really starts to come out from 2 meters onwards, which is where we're using from 2 to say 340, we're using all our big cooldowns. And then some of the cooldowns which are used in phase 1 are off again for phase 3.
Okay, well there's only one thing that we can do then to actually test if that works. Which is gonna suck for you guys. Which is basically just split the room in two. I tried to make it easy for you guys because you really struggle standing in shit. So I tried giving you as much room as I could. I think that's about half the room, right? Yeah. So that basically just means that the markers I've put down is basically a no-go. Like you don't cross them at any point. Yeah, I just fucked that up. Should have put another one there. So cross still stays the same for the miasma. No, I'll just pop another one over here for which one haven't I used? The green one. Well, the green one's for the last phase. I'll just put the green one for the last phase miasmas. I think I just disconnected. Okay, no. So we'll tank the boss on Skull, but that means that we need melee on purple and melee on blue. So the best way that I would do that, for example, is groups 1 and 2, the melee. You guys are on purple, and the other groups you're on blue. And then just have the range spread out on this portion of the room, and then we'll see how the damage goes. Let me just check everybody ate. Okay, I still need to eat. Ariana needs to eat as well.
Sorry, I have to.
Because I know it's distant and there's a maximum amount of distance, but I also need to give you guys enough room to spread out, because the stacking shit doesn't really work. So I'll try it like this, otherwise I need to make the room even smaller and smaller and smaller, which is not going to be enjoyable.
Do you need a tome, Beazle?
No, I got plenty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, Beazle's going to swap his talents. Could you just wait a couple of minutes?
I'm not.
Okay.
Wait, 20 seconds should be enough. So same as before, boys. You got a little bit less room now, so keep an eye on it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And another fuck up.
Yeah, I got it slow and it was just all around. I'm sorry.
I know, dude, but if you're gonna hear that excuse all night, I feed the dog. You can come back with him, by the way. And if it's safe. You need to feed the doggy. Nice. What the fuck?
We didn't feed.
Not feeding? 2 people dying from standing and shit? I mean... What do you guys want me to do, man? Just focus. Just focus for 2 minutes. Just chill, don't panic, do your DPS, move other shit, do the miasmas, feed it when I tell you to feed it. It's like 3 mechanics. I know it's mythic and you need to progress it, but I mean, come on, dude. We shouldn't be getting it to phase 2. There's a repair bug up, by the way. We shouldn't be getting it to phase 2 and then struggle to even get it to fucking 75% afterwards. It should be way more consistent pulls. So, wake the fuck up and do your job. Pretty much. There we go. Here's some more flasks. And a rebuff free flask. Let's go. Let's try to do it a little bit better. Remind, spread out, boys. Don't all hang out in the same portion of the room.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Remember to feed it all. Focus on the door. Feed the doggy.
That's probably good.
Feed the doggy. Top bust. Top all your cooldowns. Back to middle. Spread out like you were before. Soak the shit with the orb in it. Soak the shit on the floor.
circle, don't feed the dog. Spread out more. Feed the doggy. Feed the doggy. Feed the doggy. Why are you not feeding the doggy, folks? Feed the doggy. I guess people are not using the weak aura I linked earlier.
I
shall
am
link
using
it
the weak
again.
aura and it said really big, don't feed.
Then
I
your
have
weak aura is a piece of
a
shit.
reli-
Just delete the feed weak aura, man. Like, you don't need a weak aura telling you not to feed. The only thing that you need is a weak aura telling you how many hungry stacks the boss has. And if it's like above 6 or 7, then it's your turn to feed, because by the time we get another one, he'll be at 10. So the only one you need is the one I linked you last time, which is this one. And this one keeps a track of the debuff that you get when you suck it. So the hungry shows you the stacks. 6 or 7 you feed the dog. Slimy residue shows you when you cannot stack. Sorry. Yeah, so the hungry shows you a number of, that's the stacks that he has. If it's like 6 or more, then you feed the dog after you soak the miasma. The slimy residue, it's literally just shows you when you cannot pick up any more miasmas, which means you should be calling out that somebody else has to do it for you. So I would suggest you get those instead of those shitty ones that tell you not to feed when you should actually feed in. Okay, we still lost some people. What happened? Ari died, I saw Synthetica die, and I saw Barlia die, so
Yes.
I'd like an explanation.
I had spit on me and I was running out and I have a massive migraine and I can't concentrate and I'd like to leave the raid, please.
Okay. And we're gonna have to switch some things around.
I keep trying, but I don't want you to just... I'm doing my best here.
You are doing your best. It's just I don't
suck,
want
you
an
get
entire. What?
I suck, I get it.
You get it?
I said I suck, I get it.
Who's telling you you suck?
You idiot. It's okay,
What?
like I said, I had spit, so I had literally like, I don't know, 20% health left, and then I just almost got out of Umbra Eruption, and then it popped, because my mobility's crap, because I had my Angelic Feather on cooldown.
Okay.
And I get... So I keep trying, but I just...
I know, we keep getting that a lot, the slow back corruption, bad timing. That's kind of the reason why you want to spread.
Taken mine off, so I'm slowed permanently with it.
Same.
I'm slowed as well. It's just, I don't know what to tell you guys. You know? But you're gonna tell me that everybody died in phase 1 because the corruption slowed them.
No.
Kinda.
As I'm sure Maraf the healers noticed.
The problem is if I'm a second too late, I'm just way too late to get out of. So I just need to be on top of that. And the last 2 pulls, I was shit at.
I know, but everybody needs to be on top of it, man. Like I notice it as well. Like when I'm slowed, but you can get out of it. It's just a matter of, you know, split second
decisions. Yeah.
I mean, and it's easy for you guys, to be honest. Like I actually have to pay attention to not fuck up my taunts and the ditto die. So you guys just need to sidestep and that's it, and just read DPS. I actually need to make sure I taunt the fucking thing off him. Alright. DRN, eat your food. It's gonna be a point where I'm gonna get really bored of saying that now. So I'm gonna link you this beautiful little thingy. And if you would be a good boy and get this one as well in your recover lists, and then you'll never have to hear me tell you to eat your food, because it would literally show you a gigantic fucking marker if you don't. Alright, we got this, guys. Just focus, relax, chill.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
First fixate. Remember, we're feeding the dog. And I'm dead. There we go. Do not feed dog. Alright, you're feeding the dog. You are not feeding the dog. Next Kiter, you're feeding the dog. Okay, you're not feeding the dog. Sorry. Somebody already did. That last second pit pot. Here we go. My asthma should be away from the right. More towards the middle, please.
Do I feed?
Yeah, feed. Spread out more, guys. More spreading out, because you're gonna get hit by that fucking breath. Feed it.
I can't. My bad. I forgot to.
Should say really.
Get him.
So, guys,
No.
You should really communicate that faster, so I know you guys think I'm linking weak auras for fun in raid chat, like it's a gag, but get them, please. The two that I linked. Then you'll never have to ask me again if you need to feed or not. You can make those decisions on your own. And the slimy residue will tell you if you're actually able to feed them or not. So that'll solve two problems. Guys want me to relink him or?
The problem is you said before that we don't have to watch weak hours, we have to listen to you, so that's why I waited. For the first time, and second time that was completely my fault. I should communicate it earlier that I have debuff and I can't.
Alright, mercenary rolling it up.
Oh shit.
Stamina and there you go. Go take your. Go take your 5 minutes then. Gives me an opportunity to upload these logs actually. Okay, how Warcraft looks takes forever these days. Oh, fuck, I cheat that. Alright. Still got an hour, guys, so.
Shout.
Yes, ma'am.
Gonna sing Tears for Fears now?
Just make the best of it, boys. Just focus.
3,
Do the job.
2,
Should be fine.
1.
Remember to feed the dog. Oh, come on, do it. Fuck's sake. Not it again.
This house doing.
Let's kill Stemto. Steal. I'm guessing you got hit by the broth. I need to know what killed you guys, man. Otherwise, we're not gonna go anywhere. I know you fucked up and you don't like being called out that you fucked up, but just say that you fucked up, man, so I at least know that you know what the fuck you're doing. Just sitting here like a bunch of mutes. Am I like muted or something? No, I'm not.
No,
I'm
we can
actually
hear
not.
you. At least I can.
What
think
keeps
everyone
killing
can hear you.
people? Because I saw Seal die right when the
Dot.
breath happened, so I'm guessing it's the breath.
No, I died from that.
Spit or
Why do we keep losing so many people to spit? What are the heals doing?
giving it all I've got.
Healing the shit out of Ditto. Healing the shit out of me. Healing the shit out of me and Ditto. Okay, well, Wussy's not really healing me, so that's good. And Beazle is, yeah, pretty much just healing the right. Yeah, I'm looking at what killed you guys. It's the spit. People are just dying from the spit. What's the solution then? You know what?
No, 'cause
Cass, can you go heal, please?
can I step out then?
No, you're staying. Cass?
He is a healer now.
What I think the problem is, and it's not dissing the healers, is that we're not prioritizing the people with the spits.
Yeah, but we're all tracking it. We can all see it. We have overlaps where people are running and they're moving, and then people get low.
Well, what's the solution then?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I've watched loads of videos. I've gone through loads of logs
But
from other.
fuck the videos. I don't care what the videos do.
Listen to me. I said I've gone through loads of logs of Shadhar fights, and we're taking so much damage in phase 1, and it's only going to get worse in the others. So I don't know what to suggest. We're using cooldowns. We're using Aura in phase 1. We're using Revival in phase 1. We've got both the Shamans using Avenging Wrath and Holy Avenger, which pushes their healing throughput through the roof. I've started using my Salvation, which is my 12-minute cooldown, and we still can't. We're pushing, all of us are pushing close to 100k most of the time. We're using different essences which are good on this fight. Both the Pallies are using essences which improve their haste because there is very little overhealing, so we don't need to use WoW. I don't know what else to suggest in terms of healing, to be honest.
I would suggest a more focus on people with the spit and less focus on topping the rate of for the miasmas, because I think we have more than enough time to get everybody slowly up before the next miasma comes in. I think it's the spit that requires the number one attention.
Yeah, but I am doing that as well.
Well, I mean, looking at the deaths that we've been having the entire evening, it doesn't
Yeah, but like
seem...
I said, I've only got one Holy Word Serenity.
I know, dear, but where do you see me saying it's all your fault? I'm just saying the entire healing team. Maybe you should put more. Yeah, like what everybody's saying. I mean, I literally said it a few times. The spit is horrible when the first person gets it, and it's horrible when the next two people get it, because that's when it will have the most stacks. That's why we need to focus heal those people, because those people, if they're not top up, will die from the miasma. And that's what we keep getting every time. They're not topped up, they're at 70%, miasma hits, poof, they're dead.
If you also look at the log, you'll see that I keep getting the spit all the time as well, so I'm spamming myself as well, which means if I'm spamming myself, I can't spam anybody else.
That's great. You have 5 healers that can help out with that. I think the problem that we're having is that we're just focusing too much on the miasma damage. The miasma damage is, I think, personally healable. It's once every 25 seconds. Yes, it does 250k on the raid, but the raid shouldn't be taking anything else than the dot from the mantle and the spit.
Yeah.
Everything else is perfectly dodgeable.
That's why you'll see that the healing cooldowns assigned for the miasma and the explosives are damage reduction cooldowns. So Nephew, for example, uses aura before that goes off.
Yeah,
So
I can read it there. That's not my issue. The issue is maybe let's have a couple of tries where you put more focus on the spits alone, and then just try and get the raid up before the next miasma come in, because you can see the timer on the fixate when the next fixate comes in. As long as everybody's topped up, it doesn't even need to be topped up, like 90%ish, 80%ish, you should be fine. It's only like 380k. Everybody here in the raid has more than 380k. Okay, and that's distance wise, so that's probably gonna do like 250, like Quell said. So as long as everybody's above 250, like above 60%, we're fine. But we just need to make sure everybody is above that percentage of health.
I have the lowest hit points in the raid. It's like literally between 40 and 50k
again,
lower than everybody else.
It doesn't matter. It's 100k more than what miasma does when you soak it. So the distance from it is probably going to be like, I don't know, 50, 100k less. It's just when you soak it, yes, somebody will have to put something on you. Thank God we have 2 paladins. And I'm guessing miasma is probably... What is miasma? Does it actually tell you what the building spit is? It's nature damage. There you go. I don't know if 40 paladins can actually help with that. Let me actually check. It's been a while since I played one.
Blessing of protection.
No, blessing of protection doesn't do shit. It's the blessing of spellboarding, but I think that's only tanks.
Yeah.
Well, or a sacrifice could be good, I guess. But then you lose devotion armor. I don't know. Just figure something out. Iron bark, whatever the fuck needs to be done. I mean, you're literally the only one that would need that. Alright, let's go. I didn't eat my food, so I still got time to eat real quick. There we go. You too later. Okay. Use the fucking recorder, guys, come on. Spend like half an hour working on that shit.
2, 1.
Spits are out.
There's only one out, it's on Quell.
Alright, we're feeding the doggy. Where is hiding?
Willy.
Good job.
Willy? You're not feeding the doggy?
No, he had the spit on him.
I said spit.
That was me, but I fed the dog.
What? Ah! I died. Nah, he got it before I could feed him.
No, it was my fault, I think, but I thought I had the ball and feed the dog, but guess I did not.
I have Soulstone.
Are you using the weak aura that I gave you?
Yeah.
So if you pick it up, you should have the weak aura pop up that I gave you, which is the green one, the whatever the fuck it's called, the slimy residue. And I know we shouldn't be using weak auras. Apparently, you guys should use weak auras because last time I called it out 3 times, the people just flat out ignored me. So.
No, I'm using it, but I guess I was focusing your health more than picking up the ball because you were pretty low.
I got cooldowns, don't worry about me.
That's the nature of a healer.
I know, but have some faith in me.
I know, I just fucked up.
Right. Eat up, and let's try again. Just chill the fuck out. You're not the only healer, Bells. Okay? We have 6 healers now. Just do your job, do the miasmas, do everything that we've been doing the entire evening. Just chill the fuck out and just do what we need to do, and that's it.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spit on the left. On Latha and DRX.
Touch breath. Pause getting low. Barley, don't feed the doggy, just so it get back to the raid. Doing fine, guys. Just keep dodging shit. I'll feed the doggy.
Sorry.
Touch breath. Feed the doggy. Stop standing in shit, guys, please. Touch breath. Feed the doggy. Transition, bloodlust. Second. Why did we lose 2 people with 6 heals? For fuck's sake. Got my rest on both now. Back in positions, spread out more. Feed the doggy after this. Why'd you pick it up? So we shit on the floor. Come on, milk the boss, boys. So come on. Do your jobs. Alright, feed the doggy after you suck the miasma. Doing fine, guys. Focus. Get caught up when we can. Suck the shit in the floor. Do not feed dog. Get everybody up. Alright, get ready to go to green soon. Miasma away, miasma away, miasma away. Feed the dog. Stack behind the tank, the boss, stack behind the boss. Everybody stack behind the boss. Are you not feeding? You're not feeding. Alright, pop all the DPS cooldowns you got. Dodge that shit. Back behind the boss. Barlia, you need to move. Alright, that's good. Just do it over there. And then feed the dog. Pop all DPS cooldowns, healing cooldowns. Dodge the breath.
That's tank.
Yeah, sorry man, I'm just doing the shit out of this.
Ariana getting innovative.
I taunted, what the fuck? Pop something on him, pop something on the door, don't let them die. Pop something on him, fuck's sake. Yeah. Beat him quickly, and fucked. Checking the recover, boys. You have no idea how hectic this shit is to call out. Okay.
I have souls down.
You guys see how easy it is? And that's what the people that we lost in phase 2, by the way. And I'm sorry about that, but this... You have no idea how much panicky people I had to fucking raid lead in part 3, so I'm sorry, I had to let you die there. Okay.
Let's see the good part. We are
I'm
not
gonna...
guilty, so let's be happy.
I'm gonna teach you guys how to do phase 3 a little bit better. Okay. I'm gonna trust Ari with it. I don't know if that's... I need somebody who's vocal. Who wants to talk in phase 3 and can actually DPS at the same time.
Okay.
I mean really vocal, you're really gonna have to like shout it out. Okay. When we start phase 2, or phase 3 by the way, we stack here. You literally stack behind the boss. Okay? Now, you know that the water kills you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, if the boss eats his shit, you basically want to stack here. Hard stack. What hard stack means is, yes. But you need, it's really important that you guys know what hard stacking is. Hard stacking is literally standing under the guy so that the marker is on top of your head. Not next to him, a little bit in front of him. If you do it like that, the breath will always go towards the water. Meaning you guys just need to sidestep a little bit. The thing that you guys had now is the breath is going this way. Meaning you're completely fucked. You have to move all the way to the middle. And you can't do that. The second thing that you fucked up, and that's why I gave you guys the weak aura to make my fucking job easier, is that whenever you do the miasma over here, which also means that the warlock portal needs to be changed by the way in phase 3, is that you guys pay attention to it. When the boss has more than 6 stacks, you pick it up and you feed the boss. And if you can't, which is the other weak aura that I gave you, you call it out to somebody else and give it to you. That's gonna make my life so much easier, man. Because we just basically wiped because of that. We wiped because I let Ditto die twice while I was leading the shit out of you boys. Which I apologize, but it's fucking hectic as shit, man. Fucking hell. That's why we have the weak hours. It makes it easier. You see 6 stacks, and you're the guy kiting the miasma. You kite it, you soak it, you bring it to the boss, and then you restack where Foops is. And then we rotate around the room, and then you just, as I'm showing Foops right now, you just stay on the edges, like the outer edge. And that way the breath will always go towards the water, and then you guys can just sidestep. DPS, 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 and at some point green shit will come on the floor. We'll rotate the boss clockwise, and then you just restack over here at some point before the breath comes in again. Rinse, repeat. And that way you'll always have enough room for the guys with the miasma to come back. Alright. And that's how you kill the boss. So if we can focus for another 33 minutes, we should be able to kill it today. And I'm gonna need to borrow a flask on somebody because I'm all outy. Thanks, man.
Who is missing a flask?
I already got one.
Oh, okay.
I'm mercenary, eat your food. So, just try and not die in phase 1, and try and not die in phase 2. And then just, we got this. Like, we literally wiped it like, what, 8%? So, yeah, this is a kill. Just keep focusing. So you can pop all the cooldowns you have on pull. Since we're 6 healing it, it takes a little bit longer phase 1, so...
4, 3, 2, 1.
Treat the dog again. Touch breath. Seriously, mercenary, what the fuck, dude? Yeah, keep Dido alive, because I fucked up. Feed doggy and get mercenary up. Wipe it. Come on, guys. I'm asking 2 minutes of your coordination and focus. It's all I'm asking. Please give me back like 1% of the time that I put into this, man. It's literally 5 fucking minutes of your time I'm asking. I don't think that's an outlandish request. Well, stop fucking up and do what you're supposed to do. Alright. Get the fucking food. Get your repairs. Let's go again.
Give me 10 seconds to take a quick piss.
Also, remember to take the Warlock Stones. And focus. Keep an eye on your surroundings, keep an eye on your UI, keep an eye on your health. And we get so close, 8%. We just need another good try. No panicking in phase 3. Do the shit correctly. Use the weak auras I gave you. It's a done deal.
Ninja pull.
Or ninja pull, and you know. Great. Good job.
Well, I got Ankh.
Okay, I'm back.
Don't use your
Maybe you're gonna have to come and rest me because I'm all the way up here. Eat up, Lucy. Barlia?
He went to the bathroom.
Oh, okay. I was about to rip him a new one. Alright. Can I just get a confirmation that the 2-week hours are linked? People are actually using them.
Yeah, I'm using it.
So I should basically see 20 pluses in right chat right now. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, Ditto doesn't really need it. Okay, so a couple of people still being thick-headed and not getting it.
Are you talking about trade boss week overs or this boss week overs?
This one. See, the thing is that the hungry stacks and the slimy residues are basically the only things you really need to keep an eye on. Because I don't want to wipe on 2% because I'm too busy taunting with Ditto, and then some guy is like, oh fuck it. That's why. It's an emergency. It's in case I make a mistake, you'll still have the weak aura as a backup reminding you, oh, 7 stacks of hungry, I need to feed him with the miasma. Even though Tephy hasn't called it out. Or I have the slimy residue, I'm kiting it. Somebody else that doesn't have it, come help me out. And then somebody can check their weak aura. I don't have it, fine, I'll soak it for you and I'll feed the dog instead. Because that is literally why I wiped us on the last try, which is fucking annoying as shit for me because I hate fucking up. Alright, let's go. Because that should really have been a kill actually.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Dodge breath. Light that feet off. Okay, good job so far. Keep it up. Don't suck it. Spit on bake. Whoever's kiting, you have to feed the dog afterwards. Yeah, that's pretty much about it, guys. And why did you do the guy die later in volume?
I died because I was hit by the umbrella.
Umbrella eruption.
Yeah, same. I used my leap already for the blob.
You don't need to use your leap, man. There's a water portal like right next to your fucking face.
I was first. I was.
I know, man. Excuse number, whatever. Just come on, dude. I know it's been a hard night and we've been here for 2 hours, but Jesus, you shouldn't be dying to this shit anymore. Just
true.
make an effort, please. Like I said, it's not a DPS race. You get 6 healers, so pop everything on pull, chill the fuck out, dodge the one thing you actually have to dodge, and just relax. And then kill the boss, please. Thank you. Alright, let me check what I have. My ref doesn't have a flask, missing shout, and then we're good to go.
Who's missing a flask?
No ref. There we go. Alright, so please just focus, man. Don't take any stupid risks.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh shit, what am I doing? Doggy. Cat's up. Feed the dog. Just chill out, guys. We're doing good. Just chill. Do what you're supposed to do. And now I'm the one fucking up. Great.
So still.
Oh, this is so fucking annoying. I'm not exhausted, Service. I'm just annoyed, man. I don't like fucking up. It's just. DRN, need your forwards. Intellect buff. Alright, you guys know what to do, man. I'm gonna focus on my tanking, so use the weak auras I gave you. You know when to
4,
feed.
3,
So
2, 1.
stupid bitch stuff. Type it again.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I got ink. Oh, there, I forgot it.
Eat your food, guys. Come on. Mercenary to food. He's here. He's probably released. Okay. Alright, give another shout and rebuff for Mercenary. I guess that was too long. Give shout. Okay, take that. Alright, 15 minutes left. We can do this, guys. I'm gonna trust you that you guys know when to feed the boss. So, do your stuff.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Come on, guys, stop standing in shit. Focus, please. Speed up. Doing good. Barometer 66. Perfect. Perfect. You guys are way too stacked now. You need to spread out more.
I have so stuff.
There's literally 6 range just standing in the same spot, and then the shit on the floor pops, and one of them's out of luck. Same with the melee. I'm guessing the paladins are in melee as well.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. You know I said like groups 1 and 2 on purple, right?
Yeah.
Alright. So that means 3 and 4 on blue, right?
Mm-hmm.
I put the 2 paladins on blue as well. The 2 paladin healers. There's too many people on one side. You guys keep fucking yourself up. There's way too much shit on the floor to avoid if you're all stacked in the same position of the room. Okay, hit up quickly. Alright. Ditto, DRN, RF. And then we just need.
Is there maybe a repair bot? Because I'm alright at the moment.
Say what?
A repair bot?
So,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You can spread out a lot. The hitbox is huge.
I know, but they're gonna fuck up the melee if they do that. And you're gonna die because you were talking and I completely forgot. But thanks for reminding me.
I have so stuff.
Not sure what's happened to under range for heals, maybe?
I don't know, you had health and then you had no health.
Which probably means I got a dissolve on me as well.
I'm out of range.
Alright, battle shout when you're ready. Just did it correctly this time.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Feet doggy. Touch breath. Feet doggy. Feet doggy. Fuck's sake, that's... You didn't die from the misstones, did you?
No, I had 2 stacks and not getting enough heals basically.
Okay. 6 healers. Wow.
And that dot takes hard when you have 2 stacks.
Yeah, I think it's probably best I turned it off you next time. The other one deals a lot less damage. Don't release.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No one feed it. Come on, feed him fast. Feed him.
Come on, man. I trusted you guys there. Seriously.
I have soul stone.
That's my fault. I fired it out.
No, it's okay. Shit happens. I eat up my ref and buff up everybody. Stamina and shout, please. This is getting really boring to ask every time. Need to redo it again, Nari.
What?
The fortitude. But it's done. Somebody did not release. So. Alright, come on, boys. One last try. We can do it.
5, 4,
At least we got a nice pull out of it tonight.
2, 1.
Hit the dog. Watch out for breath. Hit the dog. Fucked it up again. Yeah, we're done. Sorry, boys. It's about as much as I can do for today. Guess we got some more work ahead of us. Oh, oh, did I disconnect or something? Default.
No, I can still hear you.
What the fuck do I not see the channels?
Thanks for the wait, guys.
Oh, you've better already fucked off. Wow, okay. Well, never mind then. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try a little bit harder next time. Still too many stupid things happening.
Well, at least we got him to 8% now.
Yeah, but with 6 healers. Not, you know.
Yeah, we could do a bit better. I agree.
Well, I'll see if I want to extend it on Wednesday. I'll let you know when the read starts. Right.
People didn't really stop dying with 6 healers. So.
Yeah, but we're not supposed to 6 healers.
No, I said people didn't stop dying with 6 healers.
No.
So it was kind of overrated.
Does the weak aura feeding thing shows you the number before or after the miasma explodes?
It shows it always.
Yes.
Oh, so I guess I didn't fucked up last try.
The weak aura shows even if it has 0 stat.
Okay. Because I thought I fucked up the last run because I thought I was feeding the dog, even though it shouldn't have been fed, but actually it had to be fed.
That's fine.
It's people fucked it up in the last phase, but it's like, I mean, I don't know, dude. I'm not looking for I'm not making excuses, but it's hard to lead you guys sometimes. Because I get the feeling, and I say that with the utmost respect, that a lot of you guys need to be spoon-fed the mechanics on a 5-second interval basis. I say that with the utmost respect, but that's something that we really, 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 need to
No, well, the moment you
beat out of
change
you.
some,
Because,
the moment you change some people out to change to blue, I have more. At least I have the feeling that I had more room to.
Well,
Don't know about the rest, but
the only problem is that you guys need to know when to do the hungry and when you have the slimy, because like if I'm half a second too slow with taunting the boss, it's pretty much a wipe. And yeah, I don't know.
The basic rule for hunger is over 5 stack you feed, under 5 stack you don't feed.
Exactly. And then you just watch if you have the slimy residue, and then you call it out before you start kiting it, so that somebody knows, okay, I have to go over there and help them out. Alright. I'll just extend it on Wednesday, fuck it. We'll have a couple of hours of it. We should be able to kill it. Alright, see you guys on Wednesday.
see ya.
See ya. Good night.
Thanks for joining. Bye.
Bye.
What is this? What are my two favorite people doing in here?
Voting on who gonna die first. Cass, Quell, or later. Or Bralia.
You guys making fun?
Dude, for fuck's sake,
Not
man.
me,
How
man.
many fucking
Not
the same thing.
Not me. I don't gamble.
He's just posting his pictures on Pics and Vits.
And this is me being calm, man. Like I didn't rage all night, so.
Dude, I had to mute you, man, because I would fall asleep, man.
Oh really? Thanks,
You
man.
looked so destroyed, man. Honestly, I whispered you, man. Just call it, dude, because you were so resignated. I saw fucking it on your eyes, dude.
It's just that I don't know what people are struggling with. Because I mean, it's like it's an easy it's an easy boss, and I get it. Yeah, there's a lot. It's a lot to heal. It's like I don't know. It's like she spent so much time with these healing cooldowns, and at the end, it didn't do jack shit. So yeah, it's gonna be fun talking to her about it.
You want to extend the?
Yeah. I
You
mean,
should not.
like we literally wiped because I had to call out like 6 things at a time, dude. And it's really not that easy, because if I didn't fuck it up with, and he would have lived, we would have definitely killed it. So that's like totally my bad that we didn't kill it. Which sucks even more.
Doesn't mean to have. It would be just one kill. You would have to repeat it anyway. So.
I know,
Unless
but
you need to do it properly.
it's really exhausting, man. Rate leading the same shit 2 hours in a row, and then still giving people weak auras, and then still people fuck it up. But They'll learn eventually, I guess.
They will. We all hope.
Still
Maybe
got
we
6
have to
months.
train some people.
Well, at least now you know how to do it, sir, so I can take you next time.
Yeah, it's more or less I see what's the issue. Know how to do it. We'll have to just time it with my cooldowns as well. I think it's gonna be
But it's not a hard boss. I don't think we're gonna spend a lot of time on this. It's just people need to wake the fuck up, man. Stop slacking. Take responsibility. Alright. Well. Thanks for watching, guys. It's too bad we didn't kill it.
Man.
But we shall try again on Wednesday. So tune in on Wednesday. If you haven't followed the stream, then don't bother. Follow the stream after we killed the boss.
Will do, man.
And have a good evening.
Have a Gucci evening.